So we have discussed the inheritance in the previous lecture. We are going to start with the classes and objects in C++. So what is class? Class is the logical method of grouping the data and functions in the same construct. So it is declared using the class keyword whose functionality is similar to the structure of the C keyword. So only with the option of including functions as the member rather than the data. Classes are the data type specified by the user and behave like a programming language built-in types. So we can construct any number of the objects belonging to that class after the class has been defined. So what is an object? Now object is the data structure that encapsulates data and functions in a single construct. So in object-oriented programming framework, there are the basic runtime entities. So object can represent anything the program has to handle, such as a shape, a place, a time, or many others. So object communicate by sending message to each other when the program is executed. So each object requires data and functions to modify the data. They can interact without having to know each other data or functional details. We have the syntax of creating a class. First of all, class name, permission underscore label underscore one, which is then we have member one, then we have group, then we have member two, and after the curly brackets we have the object name. So let's break down the syntax and for the better understanding. So after writing the class name, we open the class using the curly bracket and close the class using the curly bracket with the semicolon. So class, it is a user defined data types. Then class name, it is the name of the class which can anything. We can use it like class A, class B, anything of your own choice. Permission label, it refers to the permission that the members require. We have discussed previously that we use the members or groups or methods. So member 2, it is the function declaration. Object name, it is the name of the object defined by the user, which can be anything. So member includes in the declaration body can either be the data or the function declaration, and permission label or access specifiers. Permission label refers to the permission that the member requires. If the permission label is not specified or declared by default, it is said to be private. So they can be any of the following keywords. We have private, public, or protected. First of all, private. They can be accessed by members of the same class on their friend class or their friend class. And public, members can be accessed anywhere the class is visible. And protected, the members can be accessed by the members of their same class, friend class, or the tribe classes. So we have some functions or function objects as the function arguments, which is passed by the value or passed by the reference. So in passed by the value, a copy of object is passed to the functions, and the object used to call the function will not be affected by any change made by the function. So in the pass of reference, only the object address is passed, and changes made to the object that is inside the function will reflect in the actual object. This is useful since we can transfer objects and allocate the supplied object value to the current object when we want to initialize all the data members of an object with another object. So we need to use the objects for the complex or large projects as an argument or the parameter. We write the object name as the argument of passing for passing an object as an argument, and call the function for other variables with the same process. So what is the syntax of the object here? For the object as the function argument, which can be done in two ways, which is passing by the values or passing by the reference. We have syntax here, function name, which can be anything which is located by the user, and the object name. So at the end we have the conclusion that by creating a class we can have more secure programs due to the emphasis on data. So the class uses permissions, labels that control the data access. We also can declare many different objects to store data and functions that operate on the same data. They also contribute the concept of the inheritance, providing reusability and making it easier to create and maintain an application. Thank you.